Leonardo da Vinci is one of history's most famous artists, but it's his extraordinary accomplishments as an engineer, inventor, and scientist that has left a lasting legacy. While many try to slot people's talents into science or the arts, Leonardo da Vinci believed that the two deeply influenced each other. His scientific studies allowed him to depict the world in deeply naturalistic ways, while his artist's eye opened up new ways of looking and thinking about that world. For da Vinci, the inner working of a machine was just as important as Mona Lisa's smile. Da Vinci was born in a farmhouse outside the village of Anciano in Tuscany, Italy, about 18 miles west of Florence, on April 15, 1452. Born out of wedlock to respected Florentine notary Ser Piero and a young peasant woman named Caterina, Da Vinci was raised by his father and his stepmother. At the age of 5, he moved to his father's estate in nearby Vinci, the town from which his surname derives, where he lived with his uncle and grandparents. Young Da Vinci received little formal education beyond basic reading, writing, and mathematics instruction, but his artistic talents were evident from an early age. Around the age of 14, Da Vinci began a lengthy apprenticeship with the noted artist Andrea del Verrocchio in Florence. He learned a wide breadth of technical skills including metalworking, leather arts, carpentry, drawing, painting, and sculpting. His earliest known dated work, a pen and ink drawing of a landscape in the Amo Valley, was sketched in 1473. From anatomical drawing to robotic knights, here are a few ways Da Vinci changed his world and ours. He has helped us understand the human body. Da Vinci's lifelong obsession with anatomy began at a young age, as part of his apprenticeship with one of the leading artists in Renaissance-era Florence, Andrea del Verrocchio. Soon, the pupil had surpassed the master, and Da Vinci was drawing and painting stunningly accurate depictions of the human body. To achieve this, Da Vinci filled his notebooks with studies of muscles and tendons. He dissected dozens of bodies to create detailed drawings of skeletons, skulls, and bones. He also studied physiology, making wax molds of the brain and heart to better understand how blood flows through the vascular system, and creating some of the first drawings of human organs, including the appendix, reproductive organs, and the lungs. Later in his career, Da Vinci applied these learnings to one of his most well-known works. His drawing of the Vitruvian Man is a model of the human body in perfect proportion. The work was inspired by an ancient Roman architect who, like Da Vinci, believed the proportionality found in humans should also be applied to the design and construction of buildings. He foresaw the age of flight. More than 400 years before the Wright brothers took flight at Kitty Hawk, Da Vinci was devising ways for a man to take to the skies. He designed one of the first parachutes, in which a pyramid made of wooden poles and covered in cloth slowed descent to the ground. As he noted, it allowed people to leap from any height without injury. It took nearly 3 centuries for someone else to actually build the first practical parachute. Da Vinci's design was finally tested in 2000, and it worked. It wasn't just human anatomy and physiology that inspired Da Vinci. He used his deep study of birds and bats to devise a flying machine, or ornithopter, in which a person would be strapped into a set of wooden wings that they would be able to flap to keep aloft. Da Vinci never built a working model, however. Da Vinci wrote extensive studies on the problem of gravity for human flight. He left behind designs for several human gliders, and his work influenced the later study of aerodynamics. One way Da Vinci tried to solve the problem was through compressed air. His design for an aerial screw, the predecessor to today's helicopter, was meant to achieve liftoff with the turning of a prop powered by 2 people turning on a rotating platform below. Da Vinci developed a series of weapons that we would recognize today. One of Da Vinci's greatest passions was military engineering. He worked for several patrons and city leaders, creating bridges, fortifications, and weapons. Although he wrote about his dislike of the horrors of war, his deadly designs include the first machine gun, although like many of his designs, this one was never built. Known as a 33-barreled organ, it had 3 rows of 11 muskets, with each musket facing alternating directions. Designed to be built on a mobile platform that rotated to allow the guns to cool, it was similar to the first field artillery weapons. Da Vinci also devised an idea for a massive crossbow. At more than 80 feet wide, it was meant to hurl stones or bombs, not arrows. Da Vinci's design for an armored vehicle predated tanks by centuries. His was a metal-covered wagon on a rotating platform that could be powered by human strength. It could hold up to 8 men, with openings for soldiers inside to extend their weapons. Da Vinci even combined his military and scientific interests by creating a design of a robotic knight, operated by gears and cables. A working model using Da Vinci's design was finally built in 2002 by a NASA roboticist. Yes, Da Vinci did have some more practical ideas. While many of Da Vinci's designs seem far-fetched, he did work on ideas and items we use today. He created the first usable versions of scissors, portable bridges, diving suits, a mirror grinding machine similar to those used to make telescopes, and a machine to produce screws. He also built some of the first odometers to measure land speed and anemometers to measure wind speed. Da Vinci used the odometer to measure distances, which he used to create highly detailed military maps. Yet another skill of this multifaceted Renaissance man. Da Vinci died of a probable stroke on May 2nd, 1519, at the age of 67. He continued work on his scientific studies until his death. His assistant, Melzi, became the principal heir and executor of his estate. The Mona Lisa was bequeathed to Salai. For centuries after his death, thousands of pages from his private journals with notes, drawings, observations, and scientific theories have surfaced and provided a fuller measure of the true Renaissance man. Leonardo da Vinci was a true genius who excelled in a wide range of fields, from art and engineering to science and anatomy. His work has had a lasting impact on our world, and his ideas continue to inspire and amaze us today. Da Vinci's contributions to art are perhaps his most well-known. His paintings, such as the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper, are some of the most famous and beloved works of art in the world. Da Vinci was also a master draftsman, and his notebooks contain thousands of drawings of everything from human anatomy to machines. Da Vinci's engineering and scientific work was also groundbreaking. He designed a wide range of machines, including flying machines, tanks, and robots. He also made significant contributions to the fields of anatomy, optics, and geology. Da Vinci's work was not without its flaws. He was often too theoretical, and many of his designs were never built. However, his ideas were incredibly innovative, and they laid the foundation for many of the technologies we use today. Da Vinci was a brilliant and curious mind, and his work continues to fascinate us. He was a man who saw the world in a new way, and his ideas have helped to shape the world we live in today. In conclusion, Leonardo da Vinci was a truly remarkable individual. His work in art, engineering, science, and anatomy has had a profound impact on our world, and his ideas continue to inspire and amaze us today. He was a true Renaissance man, a genius who excelled in a wide range of fields. His work is a testament to his creativity, his intellect, and his curiosity.